So you got your bags packed, guys, and yeah, well, we'll be going to E3. Day one is Nintendo, right? Yep, yeah. Yeah, you could be interesting, me. Yeah, it's gonna be really some good stuff. Yeah, so then day three, we get to meet this guy called Doc Matty. Doc Matty. Now, it's just the guy who runs the video site. Yeah, the guy that we signed a lifetime contract to. Frater! I can't even begin to say. I mean, the old you would have never just fell for something like that. Like, what do you mean? The guy was really cool. Like, it's going to be fun, guys. I mean, look, all right. Okay, so we are in the car. We're just traveling along and getting to the location here. Well, yeah. Well, it's this is going to be some interesting stuff. I mean, so we don't got much planned as far as a host segment. Like monologue and all that, but. It's because this is going to be a fairly long show. And yeah, it's definitely going to be, and this is going to be interesting, and uh, so yeah, Pooh Guppy, what do you think? Well, I mean, it's just the evolution of our show. It is, yeah, yeah. So there it is. There's the E3, the convention area, and we'll get going. Yeah, let's get going. Wonder what a wonderful day. Oh. Well, Frater, we're going to E3 today, aren't we? Yeah, it's E3 2011. I might add. Well, Frater, it's a lot different than I'm used to in Greg, Ohio. Oh yeah, Pukapi Adams. Frater. These people look weird. I'm not. I don't know. It's making me feel kind of weird. Oh, it's feeling me kind of weird. Oh, Billy, what do you think, man? Like, actually, I don't know. Where is E3 being held at? It's being held at a local mall. What? Why? E3 is being held at a local mall. What are these little R2D2 units, Frater? Frater, I don't understand. Like, well, okay, so trying to get back on course here. Frater, we're stuck on the curb. I know. Okay, so here's the deal. We are going to watch the Nintendo presentation here at E3 and some music, Frater. Let's see here. Dear Pirate Pizza, Bacon, Lamista, Island Sweets. Frater, I think we got a problem here, Frater. Why at E3 does it say Merry Christmas? Isn't E3 usually take place in summer, Frater? I think so. I mean, look, Mr. Pennypacker did. Let's get something to eat first. Well, I think we do need to get something to eat here, buddy. And
hey there. What can I do for you?
I want some elephant ears, sir. Yeah, Frater. Well, Mr. Pennypacker did say, Gregory Peck, that this timeline is very let's see, right click the yum. Alright, so this timeline is very unstable. Extremely unstable. Well, I would certainly think it is. It says Merry Christmas. I mean, oh, what? Oh, no, Pukapi, don't grab the chain. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. Wait, how do I do it? Oh, no, just... I can just grab it like that, I guess. Oh, Pukapi. Just don't worry about it. We got the Nintendo presentation to go over. What was going on here? Yeah, let's go over here. I want to play this. No, you guys, we're gonna be late. Well, Frater, you might as well let them play something. I don't know. Okay, so, yeah, it really makes my brain feel good. Yeah, I have to agree, Billy. It makes my brain feel great. Frater, it's hypnosis. It's hypnosis. You know, it's like what DSP does to his cult members, you know? He just makes them watch a coin and round and round and round. No, we have a presentation. No. Oh, I want to watch the coin. Frater! This is so weird. They got like a spunkies or something like. Frater, in all my history, if Mr. Graves was here, he'd tell you on Wikipedia that E3 was at a convention center. It wasn't at an 90s mall. Okay, bud? Okay, sorry. Oh, by the way, stay away from some of those stores because it triggers YouTube's copyright content ID. Well, we're trying to steal things. Frater, we got our problem. We got continuity problems here. This is summer, and we got Santa Claus. Excuse me? Sorry, ma'am. I didn't mean to. Frater, it's a freaking R2-D2 unit. Well, I know, but okay, I'm sorry. Well, sorry for disturbing you, ma'am. Yeah, but I didn't mean to do that. Well, we got Santa Claus in summer, Frater. Frater, we got Christmas music in the summer. Wow, that's scary. That's a security robot here. Now, Frater, make sure that, you'll go buy a ticket. Hello, sir. We are here to buy a ticket.
What can I get for you?
Yeah, one ticket to see Nintendo. We got the Nintendo presentation here at E3. Oh, okay. So, we got 50 seconds. Don't get stuck on anything, Frater. Don't clip through a wall here, Frater. Okay, so here it is. Here's the theater. Oh, well. Okay, Frater. Now get a good seat here. Oh, it's a nice comfy theater. Now, Pukapi, don't speak very loud, okay? Just we gotta wait a few moments here, folks. We're gonna have the E3 presentation. Yeah, for those at home, we're stuck in a time loop in the year 2011, and we can't get out of it. Yeah, and it's getting more and more disruptive. Okay, the lights are going down, Frater. Okay. Oh, well, we're respecting everybody. We love everybody here.
Hey there, everyone. It's
Barry's Pawn Shop.
Barry's Pawn Shop. I want to invite you to come on down the corner of Main Street, side road. Helpful, friendly, beautiful staff. Grab some snacks while you show your life savings to me. 555-555. 78.
Used to be like
come on down.
Commercials during
we love to have your business.
Stuff.
Barry buys
traders and stuff. Yeah, it would just be that or stuff for the theater, you know. think that's probably when I stopped going to the theater, when I started to actually see a commercial. So, here we go. Now, gotta advertise a snack bar. They always do that. Theaters and stuff. Well, here we go, Frater. Now, I tested this to make sure this works first. I didn't want to be, making this video and then it doesn't work right. Motion controls.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the creator of The Legend of Zelda, Shigeru Miyamoto.
So I'm trying to put this in different angles to try to, let the YouTube copyright not like, maybe quite detect it, I've
Hello,
seen people
everyone.
do some weird things.
And welcome. Zelda. It sure does bring back memories. Okay. I'd like to ask Mr. Bill Toynen from Nintendo of America to translate for me once again this year. Ready? じゃあ日本語で。
Okay.
去年はね、ス
So
ーパーマリオの
last year
25周
was the
年。
25th anniversary of the Super Mario Brothers series.
で今年はゼルダ
This
の
year
25
is
周
the
年です。
25th anniversary of The Legend of Zelda.
8ビットの、ね、NES で作
Now,
り
since
始
we
めてから
first released this
ハ
game
ードは
back
ど
in
んどん
the
こう進
8-bit
化し
NES days,
それに
the
沿ってグラフィック
gameplay
も
and the
ゲームも
visuals
進化してきま
have
した。
constantly evolved with each new hardware
で
system.
この音楽も進化してきましたね
And。so has the music.
で曲の最後の方に演奏されたの
Now,
は
the
今度
song
の
that
ス
you
カイ
heard
ワー
at
ド
the
ソー
end
ド
of
の
the
テーマ
piece
なんですけど
performed
も
by the orchestra today
今毎日
was
仕
the
事で
theme
僕はずっ
song
と
for
聴い
The
てるん
Legend
で
of
すね
Zelda Skyward Sword.
それ
I'm
もやっ
used
ぱ
to
り
hearing it at work every day now, but to hear it performed by an orchestra like
すごい
this
ねこう響きますね
in a hall like this is exhilarating.
ゼルダの伝説にはねこの音楽が欠かせなくて
Now, music is an indispensable piece of The Legend of Zelda.
宝箱を、
The
ね
feelings you
開ける
get
とか
when you solve a
謎
puzzle
を
or
解く
open
と
a
か
treasure chest
だから妖精に
or
助けら
are
れると
helped
か
by a fairy
いろんなこと
are in
を
part
効果音で
created by
作
the
ってきました
music that you hear at each of those moments.
そしてリンクが使う
I
アイ
hate
テ
And
ム
of
に
course,
も
Link
よく
is
使って
often
います
used
ね
a musical instrument as an important item in each
Frater,
of his
what?
quests.
Well,
So,
I got
go on
a
in.
Nintendo
Homeowner
Wii.
But since we have a
Kind of
full
late
orchestra here
when it
today,
was like
せっ
getting
かくなので
discounted
こ
and
こ
stuff.
の効
I
果
think
音
we
を
should
聞
ask
かせて
them
I just,
to play some of these
I don't
songs
know. It
live
was
for
during a
us.
time when I was
皆さんも今日はライ
working
ブ
a
で
lot.
What do you
効果音
think?
が聞けます
It was one of those
じゃあ
times
謎
where
解
you
き
know
正解を
you're,
いきましょうか
Okay.
I was
let's
still
start
like kind of
simple
devoted
with
to
the
the PS3
chime
at the
for
time.
solving a puzzle.
ちょっとそうですね
That feels nice.
はいいいですねじゃあ次はね宝箱を開けてみましょう
Next, how about opening a treasure chest?
アイテムゲットですね
Getting an item.
ちょっと短かった
Ah,
That was a little
Well,
short.
I
Let's
mean,
try something a little bit
oh,
longer.
妖精のようになる
How about the melody from a fairy's fountain?
Frater, we gotta keep having security standing right by us like this. I mean, what the heck, man? Sir, you okay?
いいですね
Isn't that nice?
Well,
じゃあ
I
また
guess
元
he's
気が出た
okay.
ところでもう一回アイテムゲットしましょう
I'm sorry,
Maybe we
folks.
should do
we're just
getting an
going
item one
around
last
like
time.
this.
今度はね
Yeah,
しっかりね
it's
This
kind
one
of
with the
helps
full orchestra.
the full YouTube content ID when we finally
Getting an
put this
item.
on. Well, it's part of the storyline of our show, you know. Well, last year, I mean, the first year we did this with E3, it was like
アイテムゲットですね
it was kind of
There we go.
boring because it was just us talking. You don't actually see anything.
Very nice. Very nice.
I kind of miss the MIDI, the
気持ちいい
MIDI
ですね、
music
本
of
当
the old
feels great.
NES and
ありがとうご
stuff.
ざいます
Thank you very much.
今日の今の曲皆さん全部わかる
Did
み
you
た
know all of
い
these
ですね
songs?
すごいですね。この時代になっても
I have to thank all of you
まだこの
for
音楽を
remembering
皆
these
さんに
simple
感謝します
8-bit Zelda tunes in this age of high-end game machines.
さあ、このね、25周年の節
So,
目に
for the
我々
25th
いろんなハードに
anniversary,
ゼ
we
ルダ
have
のゲームを準
prepared
備し
a
ました。
Zelda game for each of our hardware systems.
まず皮切りに昨日の夜から任天堂
First
eShop がオー
off,
プンしてます
although the Nintendo eShop launched only yesterday for
で
Nintendo
今日から
3DS,
バーチャルコンソール
starting today,
Game Boy Color.
The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening
But all,
will
like,
be
joking
available as the
aside,
first title in the
무료で
Game Boy Color Virtual
Those that are
Console
listening,
lineup.
the reason you're seeing it the way you're seeing it is because of a game called
So you'll be able to
The Coin
download it
Game
today.
on
多分
Steam.
世界中で
And
今
it
日
will
の
be
間には
available around the
just
world
launched.
by day's end.
Just
これはね
launched
ゼルダ
a
の伝説の中では
update
本当に一番
that
Now, this is a game that we
actually
created
allows you to
perhaps with
use
the most
the movie
unbridled
theater.
creativity of any game in the
And what
series.
you do is there's
And
a
I think it's
video
great for people who
folder
are playing
on your
Zelda for the
computer
first time because
that
from
you
it they
will
can learn the
name,
basics of Zelda
and you
gameplay.
drop
そ
one
して、
file in
今
there,
週末
and it
And then
works.
starting next
You know,
weekend,
来週末
Well,
Next
shit,
weekend.
man,
Next
you
weekend.
actually got the Sega CD to work on
The Legend
Steam
of Zelda
there.
3D
That
will
takes
launch for
work.
Nintendo 3DS.
世界中
That
で
takes some work
around the
because you
world.
gotta figure out, you gotta make sure you're not like mixing like European and American files together. And you think, well, that seems
So now
like,
that it's on Nintendo 3DS,
that
the
seems
frame
like
rate
something
has
you
been
shouldn't
improved.
confuse.
The graphics have been
and
revamped.
you would be surprised, you know,
And
it's
it
not
feels
like
great.
all the files are
There's a new
perfectly
sense
like
of realism
titled,
when
you
you're
know?
riding your horse through the
So,
sweeping scenery
yeah.
of Hyrule.
それから初めてゼルダを遊ぶ人のた
For
めに
those of you who are
ヒ
playing
ント
it
の
for the
ムービー
first
をいっぱい入れ
time,
ました。
we've included hint movies to help you along the way if you need it.
それから前から遊んでる人
I
に
can
And for those of
literally
you who
look
have played
over
the
and
game
I
in
can
the
see
past,
my
we have
3DS.
included the mirrored Legend
over
of Zelda
there.
Master Quest
But
mode.
it still
and we've
works,
also
but
added
it's
a
developed
boss challenge
issues.
mode.
3DS
次
is
はね、9月ですね。この
Next
3DS
up,
is,
we have coming in September
DSi で
on Nintendo
I
DSi.
guess they have like issues where they can break down easy and
Four-player
stuff.
cooperative Legend of Zelda Four Swords that we're going to
Probably
make
would need to
available
find
to all
someone
of
who
you
can work
as
on
a
it.
free download.
You know, like someone that's like a hobby of theirs, and you can just pay them something.
ぜひともね、4人で
Fix it
遊んで
for
みて
you.
ください。
So because this is a four-player Zelda game, we hope you will gather all of your
Screen is
friends
starting
together.
to get some
そして仕
yellowing
上げが
and stuff.
こ
And
のスカイウォード
some
ソ
of
ー
the
ド。
games
And then
still
finally, we will be
work,
launching the
but I
Legend of
am
Zelda
noticing
Skyward
issues
Sword.
even with the
今年
cartridge
ホリデーシーズン
slot.
に
You
世
know,
界
This
中
will be
で
out
It was a
worldwide
cool
this
system.
holiday season for Wii.
このモーション
yeah, we're back in time, Frater.
It's finally done.
Yeah, we're stuck in the year 2011,
モーションプラ
guys.
スを
We
使ってね
can't
now
get
the game
out.
is going to use
剣を
Wii
振
Motion
ってる
Plus
気分
to swing your
それ
sword,
から弓を引く
and it's also going to
いろん
help
なアイテ
make
ムが
using
使いやすくな
items
り
like
ま
the
した
bow and
ぜ
arrow
ひとも
simpler.
楽しんでください。そして
And
その
so, in honor of
新しい
this,
モーションプラス
we're
の
going
入
to
ったリ
create
モコンをね
a
ゴールド
special
のリモコンを準備し
gold
ました
Wii Remote that will also be available
でこれは発売の当初のね
as a
記念バージョ
promotion
ン
when
で
we launch the game.
Which I'm sure now,
So you
like,
can look forward to that as
resellers,
well.
今
that
僕は
probably
毎
goes
日
for a lot
そ
of
の
money
スカイウォ
now.
ードを
Now,
遊んでるんです
I'm
けど
playing Skyward Sword
eBay.
at work every day,
本当にこうね自分
and
で
it really
やって
feels
る
as
気
if
分になるんですね
I'm the one that's fighting all of those
こうなってし
battles.
まうんですけどねで腕もねなんか本
Perhaps
当
you've
に
noticed, but I feel like my
本当に鍛えられ
arms
てる
gotten a little stronger.
はいエクササイズになります
It's great exercise.
さあこのゲームはねボリュームもたっぷりです
Now, from a volume standpoint, the game is packed full of content. And I
But
think
again, we
that
have
we're going to
to
be able to
put-
deliver to
I know
you the
you're
most
asking, why can't we
satisfying
just, like,
Zelda
watch it like
experience.
まあシリーズで過
Of
去
any
最
game.
高の満足
Because
感を得てもら
I
えると思
have
い
to
ます
think about this later when I'm putting this up on
あ
eBay.
とはね
Not
実際
eBay, but
ゲームです
YouTube.
から自分で遊んで
Like
みない
how
と
And then,
わ
of
からな
course,
い
content
because
ideas
these
are
are
gonna see
games,
this.
they have many elements that I think you need to play
Kinda helps
yourself to
if you
truly
talk.
understand.
ぜひとも
So,
遊ん
Mostly
で
I hope you all
over
play
it,
both
you
The
know,
Legend
that
of
gives much
Zelda
of a
Ocarina of Time
reaction
3D
to it,
and Skyward
you know,
Sword
but-
on the show floor this week.
It's it'll be an experiment. If it doesn't work out, then
Please play
we'll have to do something
今日は
else.
オーケ
This
スト
is
ラの皆さんがね
Now, we also
coming
have an
out
orchestra
in
here
the year
today.
2025. I know you're gonna go,
So,
what
in
the
honor of the
heck?
25th anniversary, we'd like to
But,
announce that we're going to
yeah,
be holding the
we
Legend
have
of
a
Zelda
tendency to
25th
put
anniversary
shows,
symphony concerts
pretty far
in
in
each
the
region
future.
around the
There's-
world.
over at YouTube, and we got the whole weekend booked for
今日のオーケ
2024.
ストラの皆さんにも拍手をね
So let's give a big round of applause for our orchestra today, who's done a
Yeah.
fantastic job.
So そしてこのコンサートを世界中で
So
開くことになりま
we'll
す
be holding these concerts in each region.
はい詳しいスケジュールまた
They'll be happening in the
連絡いたし
fall,
ますけども
and you can look
日
forward to
米
more
を
announcements
今年
from
の秋から
Japan, the
順
US,
次
and
ツアーを
Europe
していこうと
about
思
the
います
specific dates.
それからこのオーケストラにちなんで我々2つ CD を準備しました。
Excuse me, sir.
Additionally, we're preparing 2 music CDs.
で一つは時のオカリナ
The first is the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D official soundtrack.
でこれは時のオカリナを購入
And this is going to be made available as a gift to those who are among the first to register the game with Club Nintendo.
それからもう一つの CD は
The other CD that we're working on
このフルオーケストラの
is going to be based on the Legend of Zelda
25th
25th Anniversary Symphony Concerts
でこれをスカイウォード
and
の
will be
販売の
used in
時に
conjunction with the release of Skyward
皆さん
Sword.
楽しみにしてください。
So you can look forward to that as well.
他にもねいくつかプランを考えてるんですけどまだそれは
We're also
Frater,
planning a
I must
number of
ask,
other
like-
events and activities to celebrate the 25th
Now, we've
anniversary
been
beyond these,
invited
so you
on
can look forward
stage
to more
with Don
announcements later
Matrick
this year.
later?
はい。で
For the
この
Xbox
25
presentation?
So,
What's that going on?
For the last
I
25
can't tell
years,
you.
the Legend of
Oh,
Zelda series
no,
has been
Frater, I
supported
remember
by
it was
an
that phone
incredibly
call
large
the other day,
development
the
team.
last
任天堂の
show.
中だけでももう200
Just
Oh, we're
internally within
watching
Nintendo,
this.
over 200 people have worked
Heck, don't
directly on
worry
the
about
series.
it.
僕はやっぱりそのメンバーに恵まれて本当に
And
幸せでした
Worry
I
about
have
the
been
future of the
truly
show.
honored to be able to work with
Oh,
such
I know.
talented people.
で今日ねそのうち何人か来てくれてるので
And we have several of them here today, so I would like to invite them on stage as well. First is Takashi Tezuka,
仕事をしてますだから小泉さんは
and I've worked with Takashi Tezuka on the Super Mario and Zelda series.
時のオカリナを作ったり
Next is Yoshiaki Koizumi, who I worked with on Super Mario 64, Ocarina of Time, and more recently on the Super Mario Galaxy series.
でこの青沼さんはねもう
And I
皆さん
think perhaps you all know Eiji Aonuma, who is the producer of the Legend of Zelda series.
はいただねやっぱり一番大事なのは世界中
But
でこのゲ
what's
ームを
most
遊んでくれた
important
皆さ
in
ん
all of this are all of the fans who have played The Legend of Zelda over the years.
ね遊んでくれる皆さんもですね
So all of you who have been playing and supporting the series,
皆さんに感謝
we
し
would like to
て
thank
このコーナー終わることに
to
したいと
end
思います
this section of our
You know,
presentation.
it's just going to be neat to watch some
Thank you
like
very much.
Casablanca, Gulf and Wind, or Star Wars jumping on this. Wouldn't be able to stream it. Let's like find some website that doesn't care.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Nintendo's global president, Satoru Iwata.
That's the developer Blue
Good morning.
Fight.
When we launched
in the United
Nintendo
States.
DS and Wii over the last several years, we stated a goal of expanding the gaming population. And today, we have seen changes in who play, where we play, and most importantly, how we play. The boundaries that once divided players by age group or personality or even by gender are starting to be erased. But mental boundaries still exist in how game systems are defined. Some hardware is seen
Frater, he
as
keeps doing
appropriate
that
for
Masonic
only
thing
the
with his
most
hand here.
active, passionate players.
Oh, the triangle? Yeah, they do that.
Others, like we, they say,
To tell their
seem
fraternity
to
brothers,
attract
hey,
a
how's
large
it
number
going?
of more casual gamers. As an industry,
How's it
what
going,
we
Lodge
haven't
287?
achieved
I
yet
love you guys.
is a game platform that is equally satisfying for all players. Yet, this is exactly what we intend to create with our new home platform. How might that happen? I will suggest two words: deeper and wider.
That's what she said.
The new platform will provide deeper game experiences than what even the most passionate gamer has realized before. And it will offer wider appeal to gamers, wider even than for me.
A lot of movie theaters aren't very comfy.
And as you will begin to understand this week,
wood seats.
it will let everyone see games in a different way. We are going to leave the full details for a little later this morning, but I wanted you to understand that for Nintendo,
The
the
Nintendo
goal
Wii was
of
such a
innovation is to serve
It was very
every player,
overhyped
even though each
because
brings
it didn't
to
have
video
like
games
full
an
motion
individual
control. It's
appetite,
not like today
a personal passion,
or even during
and
the days of the
distinct
Kinect or
gaming
anything. It
history.
was
I
you just
believe
got to waste time
our new
waggling the
platform
controller. It
represents
was a known
a
fact,
major
you
step
know, like
toward reaching our
wasn't-
goal.
a little later on they were
However,
able to finally
our
add
new home console
an add-on
is a
that
product
made it like
to
better.
look forward to
But
next year.
it was
This year,
when it first came out.
there
it was
are
just-
bold
it
new
wasn't quite there
experiences
as
coming
far
for
as, like,
Nintendo
full
3DS.
motion sensitivity.
And several of the franchises you know so well are moving into 3D.
Star Fox Yeah. Do a barrel roll! Frater and a security guard keeps bumping our feet.
Yeah! Woohoo!
Yeah, it's... You feel what these are stimulants, you know, that they have some limitations.
Hello?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President of Nintendo of America, Reggie Fils-Aimé.
Sorry, everyone. Woke up, we have
Look, we hear you. You want what you've always wanted, but you also want something new. You want to play things and things to look like they always have, but you want the buzz of the new. You want comfortable and you want surprise. Contradictions? No problem. They come with the territory. But is it fair to ask, and is it even possible to deliver something for everyone?
Not really.
Well, as Mr.
Not
Iwata
really.
suggested with our new home console, this is exactly what we're also aiming for with Nintendo 3DS. And that's coming in several ways.
Ah,
Let me start with the things that
don't
matter
do
most
that.
to gamers. Those new headline titles for Nintendo 3DS. As you just saw, we've got 5 key ones to show you this week. On the show floor, you'll see these games in full 3D. But here on stage, of course, we can only offer you 2D versions. So, let's get going. First off the line is Mario Kart. It's the game you've enjoyed for years, but now it's a tricked-out version you haven't driven before.
Mario Kart 2 edition.
This entirely new Mario Kart races into the stores this holiday season. In 1993, Nintendo created a video game that many said made them feel like they were flying in 3D. Now, Star Fox is back, and with Nintendo 3DS, this time the 3D is entirely real. When Fox jumps back into the cockpit, you've got a choice to make. You can use buttons for traditional control, or turn the hardware itself into the control yoke. That means this new option, turning and tilting the system itself, does exactly the same thing for your fighter. It turns and climbs and dives when you do. And there's something fun coming to group play, too. Yes, the faces and voices of your fellow pilots are still there, but this time they're real. The Nintendo 3DS cameras record every reaction, whether they're on your tail or you're on theirs.
Frog. I don't want to see real people.
Celebrating their kills or going down in flames, it'll all be there for you to watch. Soaring and Banking in Real 3D arrives in U.S. stores this September. Next, if it's true that software sells hardware, then it's also true that no franchise has sold more systems than Mario. So get ready, he's coming to Nintendo 3DS. It's true that tens of millions ran Mario through 3D environments on Nintendo DS. But this is the first 3D Mario adventure created from scratch for a portable system. And once you've played Super Mario 3D, I think you'll agree it incorporates quite a tale.
Yeah, I played this back in the day. I had this game, and it was okay.
This is the one.
Yeah, it's like Mario Adventure, stuff like that. It's
So when do all players get a chance to play? Before the year is over. Last year at E3, a lot of you came away satisfied knowing at last that Kid Icarus was returning. This E3, Mr. Sakurai and Project Sora are happy to provide more details.
Yeah, I don't remember much about this game.
Palatine is
I
my
didn't have
messenger
3DS at
boy.
the time.
And Max, it's always a pleasure. Sorry I'm late. I had other business to attend to.
Wait, you two know each other? Look at the size of that squadron!
Medusa certainly is ambitious.
Aren't you worried at all? These are underworld troops. Are you saying Medusa's been...
Resurrected, yes. Though the goddess of darkness was defeated long ago, we obviously can't underestimate her powers.
darkness are numbered. Prepare to meet the light!
Yeah, a lot of times in launch games, you know, they have a tendency to be a bit of a tech demo, so that was the way it was back then. Lots of gimmicks back then.
Battling with Pit on both land and in the air is going to be great, but it gets better. This week on the show floor, you'll be scoring off against several human opponents because you're going to discover 3-on-3 multiplayer action. And one more note. This Kid Icarus will also use those augmented reality cards to conduct battles. The Uprising comes to retail later this year. And finally, let's talk about that new game announcement. Make no mistake, the first brother of video games is back, and he's got his vacuum.
Whoa there! You're up in my house!
Luigi's Mansion 2 is not a simple revision. It's an entirely new game, making extraordinary use of 3D and featuring not just one, but several new mansions. When we first announced Nintendo 3DS a year ago, we said that a wide range of third-party developers were already hard at work on games.
Well, it's
creators from around the world.
People were so obsessed with
Now,
3D.
It's time to show you more of their upcoming work.
I'm really obsessed about 3D, and I knew some guys that got a 3D TV screen, and Frater, what's wrong with the video? I don't know. I don't know if that's part of the original video. Seems to be getting kind of weird. I don't know. I think it was just like a glitch with the original video.
In fact, the library of games coming for Nintendo 3DS is unprecedented. In part, that's because a new world of content opened up overnight.
Content.
Downloading the enhanced internet browser and the Nintendo eShop will move you well beyond anything Nintendo's offered digitally before.
It's all about the content.
You can search for game info, and you'll find multiple videos and screenshots. This week's system update is also the key to unlocking 10 separate 3D game trailers. And game demos will also be available later this year for either downloadable or retail software. Add to this a virtual console service just for Nintendo 3DS, and that means classic portable games starting with Game Boy and Game Boy Color. It also means classic console titles, some dating from even before the NES days. Games given new life with a 3D makeover.
Security robot keeps getting stuck.
And to make sure you understand how quick and easy this process is, for a limited time, you'll receive a free 3D version of an old friend, 3D Classics Excitebyte. Excitebyte is now 27 years old. It doesn't get much more retro than that, but it's still a blast. But maybe the biggest download news for Nintendo 3DS concerns one of the biggest franchises in video game history: Pokemon. For the first time, Pokemon will spring to life, not only in 3D, but also in the real world. Owners of the Pokemon Black and Pokemon White versions are familiar with the Pokedex, an item given to them in the game that registers and indexes over 150 new Pokemon.
Nowadays. Like, it's so...
With Nintendo 3DS, an enhanced Pokedex has arrived on the platform.
It's ingrained
when you first
just
start
like Star
Pokedex
Wars
3D, there will be 16 Pokemon registered.
Yeah.
In order to complete your Pokedex, you'll need to collect the data for the remaining Pokemon via Spot Pass, receive them from friends, or by scanning special AR markers. You can search and sort, filter the data in multiple ways, making it the essential tool for fans.
There was this like IRL streamer last
Each
night
Pokemon also has a special Pokemon AR marker.
Oops.
And with it,
and she was like,
the Pokemon image can
Hong
be
Kong.
superimposed in real-world backdrops, whether that's your living room
is kind of like
or the Grand Canyon.
It's different from what I have on Twitch.
You can assemble a scene with several Pokemon together, save it to your SD card, and load it onto your PC to share with your friends.
And I was like,
Pokedex 3D is available exclusively through the Nintendo eShop on the Nintendo 3DS. It's not in stores.
People out, you know.
And it couldn't be easier to get your hands on it.
Into Pokemon.
Just perform the simple system update, and you'll only need a couple of clicks to find your complimentary Pokedex. It's our gift to you.
You throw people off.
In all, Nintendo 3DS means social, it means connection, it redefines interaction, and it delivers it all in full 3D display.
This is all like corporate
Of
speak,
course.
Frater. Yes, it's
There's
it's
one
part of
more
that, like,
order of business left for us
corporate
today.
speak. You know, it's
To make
very
a proper
basic,
introduction
like,
to a new
product
gaming
is
companion.
Good. You know it. You know, it's
You might
not a
remember
box of
how the
broken
Wii
glass.
name
You know,
began to make perfect sense once you started hearing it as Wii.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
It was clear how much fun we all had playing together, even with people who weren't gamers before. But in thinking about a new Nintendo system, we knew the prevailing thought would be this. Yes, the game will probably still be right for all of us, but could it also be a perfect fit just for you?
This coin game theater. This is a new
And the
way
answer
for me
to
to
that
watch my
question
movies.
is an emphatic
Just watch them in a movie
absolutely.
theater.
In fact, we're so convinced of it
Watch like
that we
Lawrence
put that
of
pronoun
Arabia,
right in the name. So
Dracula,
today, welcome to the world
Universal movies,
of Wii
black and white
U.
Universal horror movies.
It's a system we will all enjoy together, but also one that's tailor-made for you. The other word associations are easy. Is it unique, unifying, maybe even utopian? The answer is also yes to all of this, and here's the reason why.
This is such bullshit.
This is the new controller
It's
for
just
Wii
Utopia.
U.
Oh, that horrible thing. Yeah, it's a new accessory
It's different
for my Nintendo
from anything
Wii.
you've played before.
Yeah,
It's infinitely complex and yet perfectly simple, all at the same time.
Sucks.
It can change
It's
the
a
way you game
utopia.
personally, and it can change the way you interact with your family and friends. To begin explaining, let's take a little quick peek at Wii U in action.
Oh my god, it was the worst selling console in all time for Nintendo. What is it? Is it an accessory?
Hey, it's time to watch some baseball.
And they sold it as an accessory. They basically they did.
And a runner on second. Hernandez is on the mound, and here comes the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 98 mile per hour fastball. Hernandez throws a 3-2 pitch.
That security guard hit your foot, Frater. A lot.
Wanna go cycling?
Cycling, it sounds awesome.
Together with Lilo. Bye.
at once. And so I had Batman and Scribble Knots.
I believe this video may have answered some questions.
And
but
it was cool. It was a pretty cool little gimmick and stuff. But then, like, as the months went by, it was like simply nothing that really kept me from wanting to keep it. I just
up until now, home console games have to occupy the TV screen in order to be played.
The guard, he's really
but the new controller for Wii U with 6.2-inch screen built in means you won't need to give up your gameplay when someone else comes into the room and wants to watch a TV program.
Project they had. It's just,
of course, it's backward compatible.
Nintendo a lot of times.
All Wii games,
I think they could have
remote controllers and other accessories such as the Wii Balance
Switch
can be used.
They could have probably had billions more
to weigh yourself
security
with Wii Fit. There is no need
Frater, he don't trust us, you know, like he's just.
But this device is designed to appeal to all people.
But yeah,
particularly the most experienced and dedicated players.
You know, just like PlayStation and Microsoft.
You will love the variety of play controls enabled by the new controller.
Kept up with graphical.
It includes 2 analog cycle pads
and stuff, man.
A plus control pad.
Been a big deal.
As well as both ZL and ZR buttons,
be able to compete
and the addition of L and R buttons.
But
also,
I guess
it enables the rumble feature.
Consoles affordable.
But that's not all. The Wii U controller also includes a touchscreen, a microphone, speakers, and accelerometers, a gyroscope, and an inward-facing camera. Just as with Nintendo 3DS, Wii U was created so that the widest variety of games can be supported. That means those aimed at experienced players who can handle a number of buttons and circle paths using both their hands, and those games which can be played really intuitively without the need for any button or stylus input. However, please understand that it was not designed to be a portable video game machine, even though it shares some characteristics. The images displayed on the new controller are generated only by Wii U that is wirelessly transmitted without latency issues. You can play in a number of ways. Connect with an HD TV in the traditional way, and you can enjoy the most up-to-date, high-quality HD images, even without using the screen in your hands. Or you can place the new controller by itself on the table and play
this video
without the need for
you had to make a
TV
folder in
at
My
all.
Documents.
Or games can be
Devoted,
structured to use
which is the
two
name of the
screens
company
at the same time.
that makes coin games.
The example you saw on the video earlier,
Then you
such as playing baseball,
put in,
golf,
it's on the
using
Steam
the news
page.
app,
They have news about the
only
theater.
a few of
and
the
it says
possibilities.
what to name the folder that's in there.
We decided
It's like something
on this
video.
new structure for Wii U
And so then
because
once you do that,
we want to create a
take
strong bond
your video,
between
just
games,
one. You're
your
only allowed
TV,
right now to
and
do
the
one.
internet.
But there will be a time
And
there'll be
also
like a
similar one
playlist, so you
between
can have like a marathon of
your friends
whatever you like.
and your family, all
And
interacting
then you put
in
that
the
in
same
there,
room.
and then you go into the
This can
go to the
include
theater.
web browsing,
First, buy
using
a
the
ticket.
big screen for sharing
Because
the
at first I
photos
went right
or
into the theater
videos
expecting
you found
to play,
online,
and it didn't
or
play. So you
enjoying
have to
video chat
get a
on the
ticket
Wii U
right at the
controller,
front from the vendor.
even while watching
And
a
it,
TV
immediately
program.
you'll start to notice it says you have 50
It's
seconds until
a
your
new
video
structure
plays.
for
So you
home
go in the
entertainment.
theater, the lights go
But to
dark.
be sure, the most important factor for gamers
It'll start
is
playing
how
trailers
this
to
new structure can be
things
incorporated
locally in the
into
coin
gameplay.
game universe.
So
and then
let's
finally
hear first
video plays
from the developer who has given the most thought so far to new possibilities. Mr. Miyamoto.
We can make games that you play only in the palm of your hands, even when something else is on TV. And we can also make entertainment that uses both the TV and the smaller screen. It's up to the designers to decide how to use this, based on what is best for the games they're making. The hardware itself has the capability, so the games can be designed both ways. More than anything, I'm really looking forward to new styles of play in ways we haven't thought of yet. I think this has a lot of possibilities. And there are so many, we're just trying to decide where to begin. I think there won't be a shortage of ideas. I think as the third-party developers are also thinking up all of their own new ideas, then our vision for the future of the Wii U console will include numerous ways to play.
Please look for the full Iwata Asks interview in text format at e3.nintendo.com. As Mr. Miyamoto indicated, we are facing an unusual situation. And as a developer myself, I also feel this. New ideas are popping up one after another. And we are not alone. A few months ago, I explained the concept of Wii U to Mr. Sakurai, who was developing Kid Icarus. We were discussing which platform his next game should be developed for, Nintendo 3DS or Wii U. What Mr. Sakurai suggested then was a specific idea to make Smash Brothers for both Nintendo 3DS and Wii U, to make it work together on both platforms. Well, since his team is still involved in the final work for the Kid Icarus, maybe I shouldn't go into any details today. But I think I have just promised you that Smash Brothers will be developed for Nintendo 3DS and for Wii U, and that the software will work together in some fashion. Of course, this is a product for the future. But here in LA, there is Wii U software to play this week. Let me call Reggie back onto the stage and ask him to explain.
Thank you, Mr. Iwata. Stating that Wii U will change the way you play games is a pretty bold assertion. So this week, we're providing tangible proof. In the convention center, you're going to find 8 different interactive experiences. Now, please note, those from Nintendo are not prototypes of actual games. They're just interactive demonstrations. Let me show you just an early example of what this system can do. let me highlight a couple of more experiences. And to do that, I'm going to focus on how the new controller can change things. The first is simple. Something that looks a lot like New Super Mario Bros. Wii, but in this conceptual state, it's being called New Super Mario Bros. Me. That's right, your Mii plays right alongside Mario, and you could watch the action on either of the screens. Second, the new controller can now take the game world off the TV and spread it all around you, letting you peer into it from any angle. This one is called Shield Pose. And if you don't move the new controller back and forth, up and down, pirate arrows are going to come from you from all directions and find their mark. Third, a new form of multiplayer, Chase Me, is set in a familiar-looking Nintendo world. But that world looks very different depending whether you're holding a Wii remote or the new controller. If you've got the new controller, you've got a bird's eye view of the four folks trying to catch you, and that definitely improves your odds. On the show floor, make sure to try both perspectives. Finally, we apply that same idea to create a different kind of shooter. Two galactic fighters on the ground are shooting up at a spaceship. And up there, the pilot is looking down, blasting away from his viewpoint. I'll warn you in advance, it's not easy, but man, it's a lot of fun. Now, to repeat, what I've just described are prototypes, not actual games. But I can announce one title that is in development for Wii U. Nintendo will publish the Lego City Stories in partnership with TT Games, a Warner Brothers entertainment company. This will be a new installment in the Lego series that sold over 60 million copies in North America and Europe. More than half of those have sold on Nintendo platforms. So it only seems fitting that Lego City Stories, a new open-world game packed with action, humor, and a whole city full of Lego vehicles, is coming exclusively to both Wii U and Nintendo 3DS. In fact, developers from around the world see the vast promise of Wii U. But you don't have to take my word for it. Here's a sample of what they're saying.
Once we saw the new console together with the new controller, my mind immediately started racing to what we can do with this in the world of sports.
And there was total shock and amazement, from the team.
I call it the Swiss Army knife of controllers. It does absolutely everything you could want.
This new controller really revolutionizes the traditional pad.
Connectivity, advanced graphic, an engaging interface.
The ability to have asymmetrical gameplay. So one player can be doing one thing while another player can be doing something else on the TV.
友達の対戦やってるのを阻害せず、隣の友達が別の画面を持って楽しむこともできるし。
A full console experience that's been streamed. My wife will be asleep and I put in headphones and play a full hardcore console gaming experience in bed on this on this smaller screen. That's a really revolutionary thing for me as a gamer.
But it also means we can make games of the sort that we were never able to make before.
It's a phenomenal piece of technology. It's a platform I think that's going to really revolutionize what's happening in console.
Yeah, they have very clean bathrooms.
We're planning on putting Darksiders 2 on the new console at launch.
鉄拳16年の歴史の中で、実は任天堂さん据え置き機では初となる鉄拳になります。
Batman Arkham City. It's going to be on the new console.
In Assassin's Creed, you can just imagine what the multiplayer will look like with multiple screens. And our Ghost Recon Online will leverage the fantastic connectivity of the new controller.
all the third parties.
You know, they really know how to keep us developers on our toes.
It seems like Nintendo sort of heard the voices of the hardcore gamer.
We couldn't be more excited to be able to bring the power of EA Sports to Nintendo's new console.
It's not just more of the same. It really is opening up a whole new world of gameplay.
This is exactly what it takes to shape the future.
I heard someone laugh.
Everything you see this week is just the first pass.
People just got confused.
We've got a lot to look forward to when they arrive in final form.
It was going to be
I'm very happy that so many developers already are responding to the potential for creating a new structure for home video game system.
It's a console.
The one we were proposing with Wii U. It can satisfy all tastes with deeper gameplay action and wider
call it the Wii U, and
to lend one final perspective.
To what
we have invited Electronic Arts, the most successful independent publisher in industry history, to join us on stage.
With the DS,
please join me in welcoming the CEO of EA, Mr. John Ricatello.
So, thank you, Awada-san, and thank you, Reggie. Over the years, I've made E3 appearances with several console partners, but never before with Nintendo. What brings us together today is a breakthrough in our relationship based on a stunning breakthrough in game technology. What Nintendo's new console delivers speaks directly to the players of EA Sports and EA Games. Nintendo's new console will produce brilliant high-definition graphics and new gameplay opportunities. We look forward to seeing great EA content on this new platform. Imagine playing football with an innovative new controller that takes all that data, all of that play calling off the big screen, leaving you with a sharper, more personal, more immersive HD experience.
You can barely
imagine a shooter like Battlefield with jaw-dropping graphics and smooth character animations of the Frostbite engine.
It didn't come out for it.
Brought to you
they found
on
out
a
they
Nintendo
couldn't bring it
system,
over.
that breakthrough controller. Now imagine those games with an open online functionality that allows you to download new content, find matches, compete on leaderboards, and participate in a global community. And finally, imagine these EA games on a console with content, gameplay, and community that can be extended to mobile, social networks, as well as the web. Over the past months, we've been telling our employees and consumers that EA is undergoing a transformation. We're changing games from a thing that you
EA
buy
ended up pretty much
to a place that you
abandoning
go.
Nintendo. Except
Nintendo's
for, like,
next
FIFA.
console is truly
They would give them a
transformational
FIFA
as well.
game and Just Dance.
A better platform than we've ever been offered by Nintendo. Deeper online capability, and all of it driven by an unprecedented partnership between Nintendo and Electronic Arts. Thank you. We can't wait to see EA games.
Thank you, John. I want to conclude this morning by asking you to consider 4 platforms: Nintendo DS, Wii, Nintendo 3DS, and Wii U. Think about what they represent together. Each of these platforms is unique, but they share a common pedigree. It's called innovation. The 2 screens and touchscreen of Nintendo DS changed gaming. The motion control of Wii changed
go for
gaming.
all these companies, you know, at E3.
Last year, in this theater, you found out that glasses-free 3D
as time
could
travelers
change gaming.
be able to, like, you know, to
And
actually
now,
like say, well,
there is Wii
no, that
U.
didn't work out. It didn't
This
work
week,
out at all.
you'll have the chance to hold Wii U's new controller in your hands and find out what happens when a second window opens to your game world.
The thing that
our presentation this morning
about it, like,
is just the beginning.
At a record store,
And the experience
they had to use
continues
Wii
right
U.
now
And I had
whether you're here in the Nokia Theater or watching online.
It's pretty small for what it is.
If you're here on site,
you know,
hands-on begins with those key new Nintendo 3DS games as soon as you walk out the doors behind you and outside to the same tables where you checked in. It's a special chance to get a jump start on the show.
Steam Deck and
when you're over at the convention center, there's also hands-on with 8 Wii U experiences, as well as a celebration of Zelda, the 25th anniversary celebration of Zelda. And for all of you who've been watching online, first of all, thanks for joining us.
Oh, you're welcome.
And secondly, consider this. This year, the Nintendo Network is back at E3, and it's even better. Our crews will be waiting in the line so you won't have to. And here's what they'll bring you. Daily updates, exclusive content for game fans around the world,
you know,
interviews with key developers, and an in-depth look at our revolutionary new controller for Wii U. On top of that, look for the newest game trailers and game guides for titles we announced today. It truly is material you won't see anywhere else. So please check back regularly at e3.nintendo.com. In short, at home or on site here in LA, you've got incredible new game worlds to explore this week. On behalf of all of us, thanks for your attention today, and let the exploration begin. Enjoy the show.
That's it. Thank you for joining the film with us today. We hope to serve you again in the future. Well, that's it, guys. Oh well. I guess we'll go around the floor here, you know. That was interesting, Frater. Whoa. Oh, it's a janitor. Salty sand. Well, movie theaters usually have like arcade, you know, but I don't know if this one. Doesn't mean they may not add that in the future, though. That's cool. Well, that will be it. And,